Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Actually, it might not be morning by the time you watch this, so good day to you, but it is morning for me as I'm still in my PJs and my freshly dried hair. But if you watched my how I lost 20 pounds video, I will link it here on the lifestyle changes that I have implemented in my life. These are not recent, but you guys have noticed significantly that I have lost weight. And yeah, if you want to know how I lost weight, you can watch my lifestyle changes video. It'll be linked somewhere here. But today, I thought, since I cannot film a workout routine video for you guys, there's no filming at my gym because the gym is a very, very intimate place. And although a lot of people do film at gyms, mine banned it. So, and I actually prefer that because I wouldn't want someone filming me doing my workout when I'm just trying to get my sweat on. But I can film a what I eat in a day, and half the battle of this is obviously consistency in what I fuel my body with. So I figured I could show you that at least. I do want to mention that I'm still in my cutting phase. Filming this is November 21st, 2023. So my eating at the moment is at a lower macro than typically, but I'm currently in the process of introducing refeed days, which means every 2 weeks or so I have a day where I do not track the macros and I eat at a higher calorie and macro rate. And with that being said, because it is November and it's end of year and it's holiday season, by December, I should be increasing my macros. You can still figure out macros. It is just a little bit harder to understand, but I will leave a link to an amazing video down below for you to understand macros. But the main thing you should get out of this is that, yes, I do have to count macros in the sense that I am very, very adamant about hitting my protein, but with my fat and carb, sometimes my fat is really low and my carb is a little bit higher, and those two are a little bit more interchangeable. But the overall gist of it is that I am staying within my calories. Now, I hate saying the word calories because it is so triggering for some people, and you guys know me, okay? I'm a foodie through and through, and with this new lifestyle, technically I was always thinking like, ugh, I would never want to count calories. Okay, again, we're not technically counting the calories, although we do have to eat within those tickets that I am given, right? So I don't want this to be triggering for you if you have a really bad past with eating, if you have a really bad view on food, then this video might be triggering for you. I really hope it's not, but I hope it helps somebody to get some ideas. This is not a how you should be eating in a day kind of video. This is just what I'm eating at the moment for the macros that I have calculated for me. I will link a really helpful video that explains what a calorie is, what a carb, a fat, a protein is, and how those items calculate into a calorie, because I don't think I'm a fitness expert that will explain it, but if you need some sort of inspiration on what to eat, then here we go. Let's go. I've finished my matcha latte for the morning. It was a hefty bowl. Like, look how big this bowl is. I was just too lazy to transfer it out of my matcha bowl, but I do have really cute mugs. But just in case you guys were wondering, because we do want to calculate our macros today, for one Fairlife Plan Nutrition, it is 150 calories for the 340 milliliter bottle, 2.5 grams of fat, 3 grams of carb, and 30 whopping grams of protein. And in terms of the matcha that I use Ippudo matcha, and it is 2 grams of protein for the 2 teaspoons approximately that I use, 0 fat, 0 carb, and approximately 6 calories. Because it's in Japanese, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it was. Some days I do want to say I do eat obviously breakfast, because I would wake up and some days I will eat breakfast. So I'm gonna go through a breakfast option that I'm going to share with you guys. You can make this ahead of time if you are someone who's extremely busy and you're like, I don't have time to be putting things on a scale every day, all day. That's why you need to meal prep, okay? It is crucial for you to take one day out of your week and just meal prep for yourself. You will be so glad you did, because 1, you'll have food that is good, ready to go. 2, you'll already know the macros, you can log it and then copy it from date to date. And 3, you just grab it and go. So here is a Greek yogurt parfait item that you can make that will be so tasty and high in protein. So you're gonna need 175 grams of Greek yogurt. That's the serving size that they suggest here. It is 100 calories, 0 fat, 6 grams of carb, and 17 grams of protein for the serving. Well, I'm gonna show you guys how I do this. Hopefully you can kind of see. So with my scale, I have it set to grams. You zero it out here, and then you're gonna take your Greek yogurt of choice. I use this one, it's by Kirkland. It's the cheapest bang for your buck. I'm gonna scoop out 175 grams into my container. These are great. You can pre-prep these. So I'm at 164. And then usually I just do a little tap. What is that? 177? Yeah. So I will usually take a little bit out. It doesn't have to be exact because I have some on my spoon as well. I have about 172 grams and then plus whatever is on my spoon. So I'm going to flatten that out just to make it a little bit easier for me. I'm gonna zero this out again. I'm gonna take my chia seeds. I get these from Costco as well. And I'm gonna put 1 serving in, which is 15 grams. So let's sprinkle that in. We're gonna wait till it gets to 15 grams. I like to put chia seeds because it is high fiber, and when you're eating high protein, it's really easy to get constipated. So we're at 15 grams there. And in terms of the pudding mix, I just place in about 2 tablespoons of pudding mix. This one specifically is the chocolate. I just have it in a matcha container because I really liked the container. So that's why I have that. And then I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons or about 3 tablespoons of water to thin it out because it gets really, really thick. Gloopy consistency. You're gonna mix it, okay? Just mix it. Trust the process. And the more you mix it, the more it combines, and then you get something like this. Now, you could top this with some sort of berries. Berries are really excellent in macros. You could put mango or whatever choice of fruit you want. However, berries have the best amount of macros, so I suggest doing that because if you do something like mango, it has really high carbs and sugar, so then it kind of eats up at your macros, if you know what I mean. So I have that done, and you could just literally make 3 of these and then grab them in the morning and then make them again, and then you are ready for breakfast. So I'm gonna pop this back in the fridge because I'm not eating this today. I'm gonna eat this tomorrow. And then the chia seeds get all nice and plump as well, so that's fun. But that's a breakfast idea. All right guys, it is lunchtime and I have a meal prepped pasta that I made here. So I'm gonna go over the macros with you guys. I used the Trader Joe's red lentil sedinini. So this is what it looks like if you live in the States or if you're gonna go cross-border shopping. It's a great pasta. It's not exactly like pasta. It has more of like a rigid bite to it instead of that like nice chew bite that you get from pasta. But for a 2-ounce serving size. It's 210 calories, 1 gram of fat, 36 grams of carb, 6 grams of fiber, which is a plus, and 15 grams of protein. And then I used President's Choice pasta sauce. It's the tomato and basil. I used half a cup in this serving size. It is 2 grams protein, 1.5 grams fat, 11 grams of carb. There is also 1 ounce of fresh ground extra lean chicken in here. So 1 ounce is 6.1 grams of protein, 3.7 grams of fat, and 1 gram of carb. There is a Loblaws brand low-fat marble cheddar. So for 30 grams of shredded cheese here, I have 9 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, 1 gram of carb. And then I do also have 21 grams of peas in here. It's approximately 21 grams. 1 gram of protein, 0 fat, and 3 grams of carb. So that is what I have. The peas add a really nice texture. I really like them as well. And it also adds a bit more dietary fiber into the whole meal. And this whole thing is 429 calories if you're gonna count that. So let's enjoy. Look at that. Look how gooey and creamy it gets. Nice. Cheers, guys. It's now snack time. I'm having a cup of Chex, just like regular plain Chex, with half a cup of skim milk and 2 Baby Bells. With my snacks, typically I like to pre-log my meals if I can. So tonight I know I'm gonna have a tuna cotto sandwich. I already prepped it and pre-logged that. I haven't assembled it yet, but I know the proportions I'm gonna put on there. And then for my meal prep, I meal prepped that lentil pasta mixture, and I already had that written out as a recipe too. So I know what I have left over in my macros, and currently, without adding these items in, well, I added the Chex in, I'm at 121 grams of protein already throughout the day, 120 carb, and 34 fat. So I still have 17 grams of protein left, 38 grams of carb, and 28 grams of fat. So I also need to add in my mini Baby Bell as well. So I'm gonna do Baby Bell. I have 2 of them. That added 12 grams of protein. Baby Bell cheese, this one from Costco. Well, you don't have to get it at Costco, but I buy mine from Costco. It's incredible macros. It's 50 calories, it's 6 grams of protein each, and then it has a little bit of fat and no carb. So let me just go through it. It's 3 grams of fat for this thing. So it's really, really good. I'm gonna enjoy this, eat this as well, and then I'm gonna see what sweet treat I want. I want a sweet treat, but I think I'm gonna actually save it as a dessert for after dinner, and I'm going to eat my Chobani strawberry cheesecake, and I will have just hit, oh, did I add it? Ooh, I did. I would have just hit my protein. I'll be a little bit over, which is fine. I'd be 3 grams over. I will have still 18 grams of carb left, 18 grams of fat, and I have 272 calories left. So I'm gonna see what extra little something snack I can fit into now. Decided that for my little sweet treat that I'm gonna have at this moment, because I'm not exactly hungry, and I still have a protein milk to drink later on, I'm going to do this. This is just a Halloween pack of M&Ms. It is 65 calories, 9.5 grams of carb, 2.5 grams of fat, and then 0.5 grams of protein, which I already hit my protein if I consume the Chobani and my protein milk and my dinner for tonight. So here's my little sweet treat. I'm now having dinner. As you saw, I made the tuna cotto. I'm having it with some celery sticks and carrot sticks. I'm plain, and even if I wasn't counting macros, I wouldn't be dipping it in anything. I just don't like dip all that much. And for dessert, I'm gonna have a Chobani. So let's grub. Let's hope that this tastes okay. One thing I do want to say is if you're gonna make this, toast the bread before you assemble it because it got a little bit melty on me. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy this and I'll see you guys for my last snack of the day when it's time. Okay, my final thoughts on the tuna cotto. I remember having it at Joe and the Juice when I went to Chicago in February, and it wasn't my favorite, but it was palatable. I also just ate half of it, so like when I went to Joe and the Juice. So I just think I'm not a canned tuna kind of girl, and I ate that up and it was fine, but the rest of the mousse mixture, I'm gonna give it away because it was just not for me. So on to dessert. I still ate it all, okay guys? Guys, I need my macros. So on to dessert, I'm having strawberry cheesecake chobani, which is the best dessert yogurt ever, and we cannot let this go to waste, everybody. So let us make this. I bought 4 of these when I went to the States just this weekend, and I just have 2 left. This is one of the 2. So pop that onto that side. Ooh, guys, this is the best thing ever. And truthfully, you could technically make this yourself. You could get like Lily's white chocolate chips and maybe some graham crackers and cheesecake, what do you call it? Like cheesecake pudding mix, and like mash up some strawberries, and then it would taste very similar. Although you wouldn't have that like artificial strawberry taste, but it tastes very similar. Anyways, bon appetit. Okay, it doesn't have an artificial strawberry taste. It's just those like little strawberry pearls. They don't taste like, they're very sweet, you know? It is the end of the night now, and I'm going to have my final snack. It is 10 to 7, so you might be thinking like that's pretty early. I'm gonna have my final snack. So I'm gonna do a Fairlife protein, as I already input that into my Fitness Pal. And then lastly, I'm gonna have one of these cuties or clementines or whatever you wanna call them. I do wanna go over my overall macros today. So my goal is to eat 138 grams of protein. I hit 142. Carbs, I'm supposed to eat under 158. I did go over by 3 grams. I hit 161. And fats, I'm supposed to eat at 62 grams of fat. I had 47 grams and I am under by 15 grams. And I am actually under my overall calorie hit by 162 calories. So with that being said, I'm not hungry anymore. I don't need anything extra. As long as I hit the protein goal, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna have these 2 final things. I also drank 1 more of these waters. Total today, I already had 64 ounces of water. I'll probably fill this up and then have another chug or 2 right before bed, just because if you noticed, my eczema is going crazy because of the weather right now and I am dry. But yeah, that is all for today. I'm gonna peel this and eat this. I feel like if I don't peel it and eat it in front of you guys, you won't believe me that I'm actually eating. Although it was pretty balanced today, I'd have to say, because of course we try to aim for those goals. And again, every day is not the same thing. Sometimes I eat more, sometimes I have other things, sometimes I have like more volume with vegetables and stuff like that. But I'm gonna enjoy these 2 things now.